an explosion with you.
He's not happy. You've had a leak, haven't you, love?
And an explosion with you.
It's not me. It's Pete. It's you.
The joys of blowjob.
Make sure you clean it properly. I've got you some domestos here.
I have. I've got bleach somewhere. And an explosion.
Ew. I just thought I'd show you all Gareth cleaning this pot. In his dressing gown and Crocs. He only went to empty the toilet. You enjoy cleaning. My lovely grandson's coming today, so I'm going to clean up. That's why I told him to empty the toilet. It wasn't even that full. Good job really, innit? I'll have a bit of a clean before he gets here. And the daughter as well. Look, he's got his domestos out. You enjoying that, love? Get it right good clean, love. I says to him, I said, can you clean the toilet out? We went, only empty it, you see. I went, no, it smells really bad of wee. So, clearly there was wee going all over. I don't know why it's leaked. Because it's not even full. Maybe he didn't put it in right yesterday. Don't know, but now he's got to clean up the wee. Pissy.
I think the seal's gone.
You have to put the other one in. Oh, do you mean the seal on the inside of the van?
On the toilet. I do have a spare one.
I was going to say we do have a spare toilet.
No, spare seal.
All right. See, look at him, not even flinching. If I'd have had to clean that, right, I'd have been about, no, not for me. Just been the day for leaks, because I've just gone in the shower and this has leaked all over the bottom of the shower. Fantastic. I'm not showing you it, because it's brown, so now it looks like my shower's disgusting. And it's not, it's this. Because it's brown on the inside, but like beige. My shower looks awful, so I better go clean that, Anna. Leak day, so we've got 2 leaks today. Hopefully we don't get a third. Afternoon. I just wanted to come on and do a bit of a shout out to Jenny for buying me a coffee, thank you. And Helen. Helen, super thanks to Helen. Say super thanks to Helen.
Thank you, Helen.
So, I was having a bit of a conversation with Helen as well, and she was asking me about a van tour update. And it's literally the same. But we have adapted a few things, because when I did the van tour, can you put a link in for the van tour?
Yeah.
Gareth will put a link in for the van tour. The only difference is we live full time. We didn't when I did the van tour. The only thing aesthetically that we changed was this. It had a 240 volt microwave in it that I never ever used, never once. So it's now my cleaning cupboard. It's got my Hoover in it and stuff like that. Yeah, because we don't have anything 240 volt in the van. Do we? The odd things we do, we run off the batteries that I'll tell you about in a second. So, our biggest upgrade that we did was the Afery. It's a 2000 kilowatt power bank, and basically if we do need anything 240 we use this, but we don't really have anything 240. But it's hard to show you the Afery because it's in and it's set and it's wired through the couches, because you don't want it on show, do you? And that basically, Gareth put a 200 watt solar panel on the roof, and that solar panel 200 watt one runs just to the Afery, so that charges the Afery when it's sunny. Obviously not right now because it's November, but then it's also plugged that if we do plug on 240 it charges straight away, and it charges when we drive, and that runs my other upgrade, which was my rural internet, which I think we pay £55 a month for, unlimited. But if you go to Europe, guys, you only get 3 months unlimited at 55 quid, and then I believe it's 65 after that, after the 90 days. And it is unlimited, no caps. I've never had any problem with it anywhere whatsoever. That's fitted in a cupboard as well, and that that's also wired in. Wires, he pulled everything out, put all the wires behind everything. So the wire for that runs straight to the airfryer, even though it's 12 volt, so that we constantly have internet even if we're moving, we're driving, because it's run off the airfryer, not off the back, because I have got my motorhome at the back. Basically, if the engine's running, there's no power at the back. I know everybody's is different, and the airfryer, the only thing, sometimes we run the 12 volt TV off it. There is a wire that goes right down and under, because it is a 12 volt TV. Gareth's tight, he don't like paying electric anywhere. He likes to be off grid. And on a whole, with that 200 watt solar panel, pretty much charges that. So free electric for me. I'd say 99% of the time the TV is run off my leisure batteries, like all my lights and everything in the back. But it's just if you're getting low on wattage, I want to say, because I don't know what... Gareth knows all the technical terms. There is times where Gareth will say to me, we need to drive in the morning, so plug it in the power bank, and I'll plug it in the power bank. Gareth's the king of the electrics and when we're going to die and when we're going to not. So this is my diesel heater, which is on at the moment, because it's a bit cold. And this is an 8 kilowatt diesel heater. I turn it on and it works, I turn it off and it don't. You need a diesel heater if you're in England in a motorhome full time in winter. That simple. I might pass you to Gareth for some info on this, because I don't know. How did you fit the diesel heater?
The diesel heater is a diesel heater, but that control panel runs off the leisure battery. It's an 8 kilowatts like you've just said, but it does have a thermostat on it, so you can keep it to whatever temperature you want. Yeah,
I just turn it on. I set it to 10 or 8. You'd think 10 would be cold, but in this small space it's really not. It's really quite a good diesel heater, and it gets hot, very, very hot, very, very fast. And we just find that's cheaper to run than the gas.
It goes from 8 degrees to 30 degrees. But 30 degrees would be like a sauna in here.
To be fair, on a whole, I think, what's it set on now? It's on 8 degrees. Because once you've got it up to temperature, I mean, it's up to 8 degrees and it's got the window open. It's a really good diesel heater, and it gets hot fast because, like I say, it's not the biggest of spaces.
It's good for going to Arctic with.
We're not going to Arctic. Got this. This is an Alpine touchscreen, hands-free, radio, speaker, monitor, sat-nav. It's got a bit of everything. It's got every bells and whistles going. And it is Alpine, but it does have on the Garmin software, so you can put in the dimensions for your motorhome. Width, height, length. So we don't go anywhere without that turned on at all, because this tells us, and it's really good sat-nav in it. It will tell you, turn round, you can't be down this road, there's a bridge, there's something you're not going to get through. It's really, really good. I couldn't recommend it enough. I don't know how much we paid, don't care how much we paid, to be fair, but we definitely needed that installing because there was no sat-nav whatsoever. And it's great, you just put it on. Like I say, it's hands-free for your phone. It's just really good. Definitely recommend that one.
We needed it because of the size of the motorhome.
Gareth wants to interject.
We needed it because it's size of motorhome, 9 metre long.
Yeah.
By a bit wider than a normal motorhome, because it's a big motorhome. And we have seen motorhomes go down some dodgy roads, and we've gone down them same dodgy roads.
I was going to say, you've gone down some dodgy roads yourself.
Especially Ireland.
Yeah.
And we can't get through, or the turning space. But that sat-nav, for example, Ireland's a good one, Italy's a brilliant one, because you get all them S-bends, don't you?
Yes.
And the 90-degree bends, and that sat-nav won't take you down them roads, it will.
She tells you. She tells you can't turn. She is good. She does tell us that you can't turn. And to be fair to her, because obviously everything's a girl in here, she didn't lead us down the road where we nearly fell off the cliff in Ireland. I'm sure I'll put a link in somewhere, where we had to get the tractor to save us because we was following the West Atlantic way, so we didn't have the sat nav on. So in her defence, she didn't lead us down the road that nearly killed us. This next one off by bed. So when I did my tour round my bed, just remember we didn't live in it when I did that tour round. And travel bed, I absolutely love travel bed. I had my throw, I had my cushions, I had everything. I don't have them anymore. It's just a normal bed because, I still make travel bed, I still fold it up when we're travelling. But when you're living in it constantly, there was just no, it takes up a lot of storage for the throw, for the big round cushions, and realistically I've got other things that I can put in that space. So I know I no longer have travel bed. I got rid of them all. Give it to my daughter. Yeah, so I'm just pointing that out because this next bit I'm sat on my bed. It don't look like travel bed, does it, people? So my next bit, this is my favourite. I love this. This is my power bank. It is an EcoFlow River. I believe it's called a River. Let me look. Yes, and it says on my bit of paper it's 600 watts. So this basically is mine. Gareth very rarely has to use it. He has used it for pumping the tyres, you know, the electric pump thing for tyres. He did that. He used it for that. I use it for my hairdryer. This is a low wattage one. It's a 200 watt, whatever that means. I know that, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to get rid of my decent straighteners that I very rarely use. Gareth's rolling his eyes because I never straighten my Tony and Guy's. So this runs my Tony and Guy's, and it'll run my hairdryer at the same time.
What makes your hairdryer?
It's just a bog standard Amazon hairdryer, just a cheap 200 watt one. There's no name on it. I just looked. Looks a bit like a Dyson, but it's not. And then I've got my Tony and Guy. I need my decent hair straighteners. So this runs this. And it's great, the EcoFlow River, to be fair. I use it like in summer when we're outside. We'll charge his phones, charge the batteries for the GoPro. I love it. It's mine. I think if I ever move back into an house, I'd still use this because it's like free electric, because you can actually hook this up to the solar panel as well and charge it for free. It charges when we drive. Sits on top of the A-frame because it's quite heavy, so it doesn't fall over.
Couple of hours.
It's like
to charge
free electric.
That.
This charges in about 45 minutes while it's driving to full, and I'm not exaggerating there. It's so quick at charging, it's unreal. So even if you're only going a little bit each day, this will charge full in 45 minutes. I know, because I tried it before.
And it runs our TV for about 6 hours, I think.
We also bought, because we're full time, an extra toilet. Because sometimes we can be off grid for 9-10 days at a time, and if you don't pass somewhere to empty your toilet, we will never be them people that are just going to oil it in a bush. It's not for us. You should always dispose of your toilets in the right place. So we do have an extra cassette just in case we don't pass a place to empty. And we've also, I'll tell you because it's a secret, but there is a lot of work gone on the outside of the van, lights wise, because if you don't know, I like lights. I like fairy lights. I'm even going to show you my Christmas lights that I made myself the other day. I'll show you them in a second when I'm going to show you what the van looks like. But the lights on the outside are still in progress. It's a bit wet outside, so probably going to get finished while they're in Spain, but there is a whole different vlog on them. But I've got lights all the way down one side, and if I do say so myself, they look sick. I want to look like the Coke van when I'm parked up. I just want to look like I'm beaming to the heavens. I just like fairy lights and lighty lights and love them. So yeah, they're going to look sick when they're done, but you are going to have to wait for that. That is coming. That's in progress. Right now. I mean, that's just my bed. Got a steak for his tea. Same as it did, just more lifting. But I'm going to show you these. Let me shut the blinds and show you what I made the other day. I made these myself. I got the tinsel and then I got the lights, which are battery operated. Let me find my battery operated. Are you ready? Ding! Love them. So as you can see, I've got my Christmas decks up. Not many. But I've got some up. And Gareth, yours light up as well, love. He looks thrilled about it. Battery operated as well, because everything in here is either battery operated or 12 volt, other than my hairdryer and straighteners. I don't think we actually have anything 240 volt in here, do we?
No.
And if we do, we've got the power banks.
Yeah, kettles, a whistle kettle.
Whistle kettle. I do my toast and my crumpets in my NGT thing. It's a bit like a Ridge Monkey, but bigger.
And half the price.
Yeah. I cook everything, and I cook everything in my oven. We haven't put lithium in because we don't need lithium, because the solar panel that came on it runs this fine anyway, and we can go. In winter last year we did 9-10 days off grid before we needed to hook up, and I think that's good for an old van. So it's more than adequate for us. Maybe lithium in the future if that's the way to go, but we don't actually need it at the moment because the airframe covers everything anyway. So yeah, Helen, same as, I've put a few more knickknacks up. Pictures of my kids. Obviously that's not what they look like now. That's just my one of my favourite photos. So yeah, it's more or less the same, just more lived in. Because we do actually live in it. Just to let you know as well, this vehicle is a Fiat Cheyenne 840 SE 3 litre diesel. And I've just remembered what else we charge on the airframe, which is 240 volt, which is my electric scooters. Gareth is a bigger one than mine, so it takes longer. I think his takes about 6 hours, and mine takes about 4 hours. They do take a while to charge, but they last for ages once they're charged. But we do charge them off the power bank as well. Yeah, so I think I've informed. I hope it was good enough for you, Ellen. So it was just little things that we put in. Well, they are what we put in to live in it full time and to be off grid. And we only plug in the electric, even on the seasonal picture when it's absolutely necessary. Because Gareth's tight. It's not needed. It's designed to be off grid for us. And we haven't got anything high powered really, other than the only high powered stuff we use is these GoPros, and Gareth's laptop's quite high powered, but he runs that off the airframe as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Everything.
Everybody lives different.
Yeah, they do.
You've just got to.
We don't have
accommodate
PlayStations and things like that.
Because we don't agree with. I don't know why these campsites are charging this anymore, but we used to be happy at 10-15 quid a night on a campsite every now and again.
Yeah, we did.
But now you're talking 40-50
40-50 quid. I'm not paying that. I'm going to park outside someone's house. I pay my road tax. I don't care. No, I won't ever do that. I'm only kidding. I would park on a street if absolutely necessary, but if you go and park for night or search for sites, there are loads of parking places wherever you go. And
never shy of it.
When we go to Spain, Gareth keeps going on about this, that I am planning on doing a lot of off-grid. You see better things, you see nicer things, you just do. So yeah, I mean, I can't fault Samara. I needed a base to get treatment and for other various things, didn't we? And they've been great here, so I'm probably going to renew my ground rent next year as well, to be fair, because it's a fantastic little site. Come and go as you please.
Maybe.
It's just a great site. So I'm definitely going to renew my ground rent next year. So if I'm in England, I can just park it up here, round corner from kids. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I've waffled enough. Gareth's rolling his eyes at me. So I was like, I'm going to do this video, and I can see the look on his face, like, fantastic. Because I don't edit people, he does it all, bless him. I can't even see when I'm in screen properly at the moment. But I know I am, because Gareth's told me how far away to hold it. You just adapt, don't you? So I hope you enjoyed my little sort of van tour.
Waffle.
And I hope you enjoyed my Christmas decorations. And I hope it was helpful. Give us a comment, like, subscribe.
If anybody's got any questions, just drop it in comments.
And drop it in the comments. Gareth will always answer your questions. He tries to answer all comments. Yeah. Have a nice day. See you later, guys.